Welcome students to Nelson's English School online education program Std-7 subject Social Science.
Now let's start chapter 8, a shirt in the market. A shirt that is available for sale in the market has a long journey right from the production of cotton to the buyer in the supermarket. There is a chain of markets involved in this journey with buying and selling taking place at every step. Majority of farmers have small holdings of land. They need to do backbreaking work to get a good harvest of cotton. Picking cotton from cotton farm is a tough task. It takes many days to harvest cotton because all the cotton balls do not burst at one go. The traders charge a high rate of interest. They also put a condition that the farmer would sell cotton only to that trader and not anywhere else. This forces a farmer to sell cotton at a price which is lower than the market rate. Traders are powerful men in the villages. A farmer depends on such traders for money in exigencies like illness, education, marriage, etc. Moreover, farmers also need to borrow money in order to survive during lean season.
An agricultural produce market committee means APMC is a marketing board established by state governments of India. APMC acts run on two principles. First, ensure that intermediaries or moneylenders do not compel farmers to sell their produce at the farm gate at extremely low price. This ensures that farmers are not exploited. Second, all food produce should first be brought to the market yard and then be sold through auction. Under APMC Acts, a state is geographically divided and market means mandis are established at different places within the states. Farmers have to sell their produce through the auction in mandi. To operate in mandi, a trader has to get license. Wholesale retail traders, for example shopping malls owner or food processing company etc., cannot buy farm output directly from farmer. They have to get it through the mandi. Erode, a city in Tamil Nadu, has a bi-weekly cloth market. It is one of the largest cloth markets in the world. It boasts of a large variety of clothes. The people involved in this market either directly or indirectly are the weavers, means cloth that is made by weavers from the villages around is bought here for sale. The weavers make clothes as per the requirements of merchants. The next is cloth merchants. They have their offices around this cloth market. They buy from weavers and sell to garment manufacturers and exporters around the country. They purchase the yarn and give instructions to the weavers regarding what type of cloth is to be made from the yarn. Other traders from other South Indian towns also come here for purchases. Now student, what is putting out system? Putting out system is a system whereby the merchant supplies raw materials and receives the finished product. The merchant books orders from his customers. He distributes work among the weavers and instructs them to make a cloth as per an order's specification. Because of these systems, the weavers are getting some advantages like they do not have to spend money on purchase of yarn. They also save on the money spent on selling of the finished clothes. The weavers have clarity regarding what cloth they should make and how much is to be woven. Therefore, the weavers depend on the merchants for raw materials and markets. This high level of dependence proves that the merchants have a lot of power. But there are some disadvantages also. The merchants pay a very low amount to the weavers for making the cloth. The weavers have no way of knowing who they are making the cloth for and at what price it will be sold. It is a merchant's market in the sense that it works more in the favor of merchants. They sell the cloth to the garment factories. The main cost of inputs is the looms. The weavers invest all their savings or borrow money at exorbitant interest rates for buying the looms. A loom costs rupees 20,000. A weaver who has two looms has to shell out rupees 40,000. Since the work on these looms cannot be done alone, another adult family member works with him. They work up to 12 hours a day. They earn a meager amount of rupees 3,500 per month in spite of working so hard. Now the weaver exists at the core of the process of shirt manufacture. He is the foundation of the textile industry. The cotton cloth supplied by the weavers is sold by the erode merchant to a garment exporting factory in Delhi. The garment exporter makes shirts with this cloth and exports it to foreign buyers who are mainly the businessmen in the US and Europe. These businessmen run a chain of shops. In garment factory in Delhi, it is the businessmen who have more bargaining power. They demand the lowest price from the supplier. They also set high quality standards. They set strict timelines for delivery. They deal very strictly with any defect or delay in delivery. Hence, the supplier has to try his best to stick to the conditions of the powerful buyers. In the process, they end up exploiting the poor people who work in their factories. They indulge in cost cutting. They extract maximum work from the workers at the lowest price. In this way, they are able to maximize their profits and supply the garments to the foreign buyers at a low price. Now let's see what is the scenario at garment factories. The workers in a factory are employed on a temporary basis. They may be asked to leave any time at the whims and fancies of the employer. The wages paid to them is fixed based on their skills. The highest amount paid monthly is rupees 3,000, which is paid to the tailors. Women do ancillary jobs like cutting, buttoning, ironing, etc. They get a meager amount in lieu of their work. In a large shop in the United States, a number of shirts are on display, each costing $26, which is equivalent to rupees 1200. In purchase a shirt for a note more than rupees 200 and thus earns huge profit. The garment exporters earns moderate profit after deducting the cost of input and wages. As mentioned earlier, a chain of markets is involved right from the production of cotton to the sale of a shirt, with buying and selling taking place at every stage. However, all the parties in this chain do not gain or lose, nor do they gain or lose to the same extent. Equality is a basic principle in a democracy. It also involves getting a fair wage in the market. In descending order of the gains or earnings, the parties involved in the chain of markets are as foreign businessmen, garment exporter, or workers at the garment export factory. The foreign businessman makes huge profits, whereas the garment exporter's profits are moderate. Unfortunately, the earnings of the workers at the garment factory is barely enough for their survival. Similarly, the cotton farmers and the weavers who have worked so hard hardly earn anything to fulfill their day-to-day needs. The merchants or traders earn much less than the exporter but more than the weavers or farmers. It is because of the market that people get an opportunity to work and earn. They are able to sell their produce or finished product, whether it is the small farmer, weaver, or the merchant and exporter. A market exists for all of them. Markets are always one-sided. In other words, it is always the rich and the influential that gain maximum from the market. They own large factories, set up big shops, etc. They exploit the poor workers by overburdening them and paying them very low wages. The poor people are dependent on them for loans for inputs in farms and or survival, raw material and market for goods as in the case of weavers, employment as in the case of workers in a factory, shop, etc. Now, weavers cooperative help the weavers to earn a higher income and reduce their dependence on the merchant. In a weavers cooperative, the weavers form a group and collectively initiate some activities like procurement of yarn from the yarn dealer, distribution of yarn among the weavers, and marketing. The government also intervenes at times to help the weavers. For example, in Tamil Nadu, the government runs a free school uniform program for which it procures the cloth from the power looms weavers cooperatives. The co-op stores are also an example of government interventions for the interest of the weavers. The government buys clothes from the handloom weavers cooperatives and sells it through co-op stores. So students, with this we have completed our this chapter. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Thank you.